Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. We have some breaking news. As you probably know, it was the most massive rocket attack on Ukrainian territory since the beginning of this war. More than 80 rockets were fired by the Russian Federation from Caspian Sea and from the Black Sea. However, today not just Ukraine suffered devastation, some of the rockets hit the Poland territory, killing 2 men. So this is the video. Here you can see the Polish tractor hit by the Russian missile. Missile hit very close to it, and it's been reported that the farm was destroyed together with this vehicle. And it's the first time in history that Russia attacks the NATO country. And United States officials already say that they take time to investigate the case. They say that they don't want to escalate, but my friends, if they would not react to that attack, it will show the weakness of the NATO. I'm not saying that NATO should destroy the Russian military bases. That would obviously lead to the World War III and possibly it's gonna be a nuclear one. Here I think that NATO should eliminate the missile threat to their own countries and partially to Ukraine. So at least they need to close the airspace which are bordering with NATO territory. And for me, as for Ukrainian, obviously it would be great if NATO would just close their airspace for any kind of rockets or fighter jets all across Ukraine. It's not the first time that Russian rocket lands outside Ukrainian territory. Before it was Moldova, but it's the first time that it leads to that tragic circumstances. So 2 people in Poland, Polish people, lost their lives. My condolences to Poland. I think that Poland lost more people even compared to Ukraine today, because it's been confirmed that just 1 man lost his life today in Kiev and some got injuries in Poland too. Lithuanian defense minister says about the Article 4 in place just like air defense of Ukrainian era. That should be done by NATO. In any other case, my friends, they will show that they are very weak organization, and I do expect that there could be some kind of clashes between the NATO countries. Should we react? Should we do something? But some of the countries should react on that, and obviously United States, Great Britain and Poland itself. Latvia shared their solidarity. They say that Russia will bear full responsibility for all the consequences. But Russia denies all of the accusations. They say that it was the provocation and they didn't launch their rockets to Poland territory. Estonia say that they are ready to defend every inch of NATO territory and share full solidarity with their close ally Poland. We also got reports that Ukraine stopped the oil supplyment to Hungary through the Druzhba pipeline. That's because I think we got some of the blackouts, so the pumps are basically not working. So Polish government and parliament gathered on an emergency meeting, and this night they'll resolve what to do with that case. Today it's the first time that Ukraine used the delivered NASAMS air defense systems, and the score is fantastic. 10 out of 10 rockets hit the target. For me, it was interesting to see the effectiveness of the NASAMS systems and compare them with RST, even though RST is a more modern system, but the effectiveness of NASAMS, I would say, the same. And in Russian groups, we may see the reactions of ordinary Russians who fight against Nazis, but it looks like the Nazis themselves, because they are very happy that Poland lost 2 of their citizens. Basically, they died because of the Russian rocket attack. Well, my friends, there could be also other scenario that that particular rocket was damaged by our air defense and continued to fly and just accidentally hit that tractor in the farm and killed 2 people, but it's still the murder. And what Russia is doing here in Ukraine is also clearly murder. And right after the attack, Poland launched their surveillance airplane, unmanned air vehicle, and it's the Phoenix Air Q4D. Polish analytics say that there could be 2 scenarios. First of all, Russian rocket attack, and secondly, it could be Ukrainian rocket that crossed the Polish airspace and somehow hit the ground, but they see that because of that devastation for the ground itself, they think that it was the Russian missile. Anyways, we'll have the debris and it will be very easy for investigators to understand what rocket was there. I'm sure it was the Russian rocket. And here you can see how many rockets and drones Ukrainian air defense was able to hit today. 73 cruise missiles. It's just crazy. With the help of our Western allies, we were able to defend Ukraine today. My friends, thank you so much for your support. But anyway, some of the rockets make it through our defense and hit critical infrastructure, power plants, power lines. I wonder how we don't have the blackout in the area where I am right now, because 10 million people in Ukraine are now living without any kind of electricity at this time. And that's the huge drop in internet access. Well, if you don't have electricity, usually you don't have internet. One of the Russian rockets landed near to the graveyard here, so they just can fly randomly somewhere. And that is what I expect happened in Poland today. United States finally may provide Ukraine with those awesome unmanned air vehicle Grey Eagles, but they need to downgrade those drones a little to remove the critical equipment that is top secret and can go to the Russian side if they hit this drone. Russia starts the mass evacuation of their command centers and ammunition warehouses further to the south out from the Kherson area and Dnieper River because they are afraid of the HIMARS rocket artillery systems that could target everything in this area. So again, they extend their supply lines. If they move the ammunition depots far away, they need to use the vehicles to get it closer to the front lines, and we may hit those vehicles. G20 considers resolution condemning Russian invasion. I hope it will be taken by all of the countries. And today, Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov just went out from the G20 summit this morning, and right after he left, Russia started the massive rocket attack. That is the response of Russia. They don't want to talk, they want to destroy civilians in Ukraine. Polish army sent some of the troops near to Ukrainian border, I guess just in case. Okay, the photo of the movement of the Polish troops was fake. It was published by the Russians on their websites, and this photo dated well before September 2021. But Poland increased the urgency in their military forces. Right guys, about the military map, the information that Ukrainian forces were able to cross the Dnieper River was not true. I told you about it yesterday. It's better not to believe it so far. However, we got some of the information coming from Ukrainian officials, from the mayor of Oleshki city, and today he said no, the fighting is ongoing for the place. It's not yet been taken by Ukrainian forces, but the main thing that our forces dared to cross the Dnieper River and already on fighting with the Russians. And as I told you, Russians moved their forces further from the Dnieper River, and now the main point for them is Henichinsk. It's the very important town, my friends, because here is the road that leads from Crimea, the railroad. That is the main supply hub, and for now we cannot reach it with the standard HIMARS rocket, so we need ATACMS to target Henichinsk hub. That is what we would ask from the United States and our Western allies. By the way, tomorrow will be Ramstein meeting. We call it the meeting of the ministers of defense from our allied countries and Ukraine, obviously. So we're going to discuss the new weaponry to be delivered to Ukrainian army. I hope ATACMS would be one of that, and that will help us to cut supplies from Crimea. Here we can reach Artemovsk, but Genichinsk not, my friends. And let me show you the place where a Russian rocket hit the Polish soil. It happened near to Przemysl. Sorry, my friends from Poland, I may misspell your language. As you can see, it's very close to Ukrainian border. How many kilometers? Just 8 kilometers. So it could be Russian missile for sure. Was it done accidentally by the Russian Federation, or was it intensive attack on that? I expect the reaction from the NATO countries, because the next time they may hit other neighboring cities like Lublin, Rzeszów, just in the middle of the streets, killing many people, and Russia would say like, it was accidentally, and NATO would say, all right, it was accident. Yeah, once again, yeah, it's better not to react. So to avoid this weakness, we need, like NATO countries, would need to react on that attack that was caused by the Russian Federation. And, you know, 2 people lost their lives because of that attack. It's very, very important. So waiting for the proper reaction tomorrow, my friends. And anyways, I'm gonna keep you updated on situation here in Ukraine, and this time not only in Ukraine. And if you want to support this channel, just press the like button. If you want to support me financially, there are some of the links available in the video description below. You may support me on Patreon, PayPal or Donatella, whichever is more convenient for you. My friends, I wish you all a peaceful skies wherever you are. Have a great time.